It feels like every sling bag company kind of says the same thing. Perfect for everyday carry. But it seems most of them fall in one of two categories. Either they're super tactical, full of molly and loop everywhere, and 100% look like you're carrying a firearm, or they go almost in the opposite direction and feel like full fashion mode and barely hold anything useful. As summer approaches and the temperature continues to grow with each passing day, I found myself, like many of you, finding myself in athletic shorts or swimming trunks more often as we begin the summer. Unfortunately, this has been a big enemy of carrying gear. Less pockets, looser around the waist, and just not great for heavy pockets. So I've been flirting with trying to carry a sling bag to hold some gear to free up my limited pockets and keep them staying light. I've tried a lot of bags, and this is the next one up. I've mainly decided on this one as it doesn't really look tactical at all and is rather large. Almost too big, but we'll actually cover that later. The bag before us today is the Urban UL2 sling bag from Neo Smart. Now, I don't have any previous experience with this brand, but they have products ranging from backpacks, messenger bags, and finally slings. I eventually settled on this one as it looked really low profile and minimalist, yet still having room for a lot of gear I might need to carry. I also thought this beige/white colorway was a little less tactical than black, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. So the question we're trying to answer today is this actually a good EDC sling bag, or is it just simply fashion? Let's find out. So first impressions. When I first pulled this out of the box, I was like, whoa, this is much bigger than I expected. I'm used to smaller fanny packs I can wear on the front of my chest, like a sling, and when comparing them to this absolutely dwarfs them. This bag is 11.8 inches long by 6.7 inches tall and 2.6 inches wide. This is a surprisingly large bag. This is coming in at 3.3 liters, and honestly, this can fit all the gear I carry and a ton more. So I'm going to say right here, if you want a small bag for just your phone, wallet, keys, and nothing else, this bag is completely overkill. But on the other side of the coin, this has space for so much stuff. Keys, wallet, phone, snacks, e-reader or small tablet, hand sanitizer, camera, small water bottle, you name it. You could probably fit it all in here. In fact, my wife actually stole this bag from me, and don't judge, we've been using this to sneak in snacks at the movie theater. I was really drawn to this bag due to its rather simple design. There's no crazy branding here other than the brand really small text on the front. There's no crazy straps or buckles, just a really simple plain sling bag. I really like how clean the aesthetic is. It doesn't really scream tactical. And if I did want to conceal carrying this would be really discreet. With a bag and a design like this, you can wear this with just about any outfit and not really draw too much attention. Unless you bump into it and hear the crinkle of all the candy wrappers stashed away on the inside when we go to the movies. Moving on to the bag itself, one thing I do like here compared to the generic slings is the construction. This is surprisingly high quality. It's made out of 200D ripstop nylon, which you can find in really high quality backpacks. It's a really strong material, and it's also extremely lightweight. In hand, this feels so much more solid than just a cheap nylon bag you pick up at a big box store off Amazon. Even the buckle here, though plastic, has a magnetic clasp, which just feels like a step up from the other generic sling bags out there. This also has AquaGuard zippers, so this should offer a little bit more weather resistance, keep out the rain. This should also prevent water from seeping in the main compartments of the bag. I will note here that these zippers are not YKK and instead are SBS, which though are still solid and smooth. So honestly, first impressions were pretty solid, though a bit surprised at the size. I really like that this doesn't look like your typical EDC bag. No molly anywhere, no giant tactical branding. It honestly looks something more like you'd see on an Instagram reel or ad somewhere. That's also kind of what makes it interesting, because I don't feel like most people actually want to carry a giant tactical sling every day. This feels way more low profile, if not a bit on the larger side. So this is an EDC channel first and foremost, so let's load this sling up with some gear I typically carry every day, with a few bonus pieces because why not? In this front pocket, we actually have two stretchy mesh pockets on this front wall. In this first one, let's load it up with a multi-tool. We can use a Leatherman Wave for an example here. And in this second pocket, we can put my wallet. This is coming from PunCube. It's MagSafe. It snaps on the back of your phone. Really love it. And we also have room for a little bit more, so let's put in a small flashlight. This one is coming from Menker. This is the Menker E052. Rechargeable, very bright. Really recommend it. If I can get it in there. Okay, perfect. So we have a little bit of gear in here. I'm not going to put anything else here because I don't want this front pocket to bulge out. So now let's move into the main interior pocket, but first I want to show you one interesting thing about this bag. We have this large interior space here between these front two pockets. It's a really large, deep space. You can put quite a bit of stuff here. It's a really strange and interesting design. I'm not really sure what you could put in here, maybe a small umbrella or a water bottle, just kind of an interesting space. So now moving on to the main compartment, we have this really large sleeve on this back wall, and then we have a zippered mesh compartment on this side. Now this space here is very large. It's big enough for a small tablet like an iPad mini or an e-reader. However, I don't really have one of these, so I'll just typically toss in my Anker battery bank, also MagSafe, really great. I'll toss in my AirPod Pros, and then also my film camera. This is just an older film camera from Canon. Really like taking film pictures on my trips and developing them later. If you guys have any suggestions on maybe a smaller one or an upgraded one with better quality, I'd love to know because I love taking photos, and this one's just not the best out there, but it's still pretty cool. So you can see we still have tons of room in here for more stuff. I'm just gonna keep it kind of light, just like this. Still plenty of room. We actually have another back compartment here. It's a zippered compartment. This is closer to your body, so this pocket would be the most secure and concealable. So this would be perfect for cash, your passport, anything you want to really keep safe. Overall, you get tons of space with a bag like this. For me, I think it's truly too much space, but it's still nice to have the option to expand out. Now, I'm the last guy to be talking about fashion. I wear most of the same clothing I've owned for the past 5 years. As my wife would attest, my style is extremely questionable. That said, I'm at the stage in my life where I don't really want a bulky tactical bag. And sure, there's some really cool options out there, but much of these ultra tactical looking bags just draw a little bit too much attention and kind of clash with a simple outfit. It just doesn't really fit my aesthetic. I feel like my thoughts are shared with a large majority out there, which is why more minimalist looking gear like this has become so popular recently. The term gray man carry has been thrown around recently in a way to kind of blend in a little bit more. And though I'm not concealed carrying in a bag like this, I still rather have less attention drawn to my bag than not. Something like this with the muted colors tends to fade into your outfit a little bit more, and that's not a bad thing. The reality is, most people don't need a huge tactical sling, just go run and get a coffee. Something like this will do the job just fine. Modern EDC has honestly become half utility and half lifestyle, and this fits the bill perfectly. Even though I really love a sling bag for warmer months to carry all my gear to free up my pockets, not all sling bags are equal, and this one included. This is a really high quality bag, but there are a few criticisms here. First, this bag is large. It's much bigger than I expected. They offer this in a smaller size, and I probably should have gone with that one in hindsight, but I didn't realize my mistake until I already had it in hand. This would be great if you carry around a tablet, but if you want a more slimmed down carry, this is probably overkill. This also is a premium price for a smaller sling. This is coming in right at the $80 mark, which is a little bit of a rough pill to swallow. And though it's really high quality, it's a bit steep. Other than those two nitpicks, this is a really solid bag. Though it's not perfect for my specific use case, it might be for somebody out there. If you're interested, I have a link to this in the description below. So does this thing fully replace your packed out everyday carry backpack? No. Does it replace a big tactical sling? Probably not. But I honestly think that's missing the point. This bag is for people who want to carry just enough, the essentials, while still looking clean and low profile. And honestly, I think that balance between EDC and fashion is exactly why bags like this are becoming so popular right now. Though this isn't my favorite sling bag in the world, I love checking out bags like this because they provide you with another option on how to carry our favorite gear. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.